I can talk. It's up to them. Go ahead. Oh, 10-4 on Facebook. Hey, Facebook, this is Eagle 8 reporter Paul Lamison over Suncoast Chrysler Dodge over in Seminole on Park Boulevard. You take a look. This is what's going on. The call came out a little while ago about a fire in one of these 5 bays. You can see the damage to them, and the store was closed, so not sure how this fire started, but fire crews are on scene. You can see they do have the fire out. However, they are now working to mop up any hot spots because this fire started with no one around, so now they're trying to figure out what started it and make sure it doesn't reignite. I'll pull out wide and show you kind of where we are. Again, this is Park Boulevard, and it's not causing too big of a traffic delay over here because everything is out in the back. But again, you can see lots of fire crews responded to this. Anytime it's a business, anytime there's a possibility of a lot of expansion, (10-4) Rocky. Okay, Facebook, sorry about that. But again, we're at Suncoast Chrysler Dodge on Park Boulevard. Take a look. Here's where we are. A little bit of traffic delay out here because of a couple fire engines on the road, but everybody, for the most part, getting through. I don't see any big delays. The action is all back in this back bay. It looks like a repair bay. They said 5 bays right there on the back. I can count 4. Probably 5 or 6 with damage. Again, fire started probably about an hour ago now. Fire crews are here on scene. They have the fire out for the most part. However, the crews are still here. They're still inside mopping up the damage. You can see fire trucks back here in the back. It's back towards the body shop. That's the body shop. This looks like more repair bays over on this side. The bulk of the action, though, is on the opposite side. However, there still are a lot of fire trucks out here on scene. Again, Suncoast, 10-4. And Angela, if you ever need me to talk, that's not a problem. 10-4. Ten four. Ten four. 10-4, Rocky. So, mic check 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2 3 4. I have enough to talk. This is in Seminole. We are over in Pinellas County on Seminole on Park Boulevard in Seminole. Park Boulevard is Gandy. Gandy turns into Park. Out here, we're out by Lake Seminole. So again, this is Suncoast Chrysler Dodge on Park Boulevard. Car fire started in, well, don't know if it's car fire, fire at the car lot in the repair bins. You can see the damage to it. Fire crews have put out the fire. The fire is out. There's still plenty of damage. They're still on scene mopping up hot spots. You can see the fire trucks are out, and they're beginning to now back out and they're probably going to start clearing out soon once the hot spots are out. But again, you can see quite a bit of fire crews still on scene. And here's the delay they were talking about on News Channel 8. They do have one lane westbound closed just because of fire crews in the road. 10-4, we're about 2 minutes away for our live shot on News Channel 8, so I'm going to show them this picture. Yeah, fire crews hit this pretty fast and pretty hard, so not a lot of damage other than these 5 or 6 bays over in the back side of the building. I mean, but if you brought your car here for repair and it's one of the cars, not too happy. But then again, they do have a lot of new cars. So bad situation here. Firefighters put out the fire. Go ahead. You're welcome. Ten four. Okay, Facebook, I'm back, and again, this is in Seminole in Florida, Pinellas County on Park Boulevard. This is Suncoast Chrysler Dodge. It's down by Lake Seminole. Somebody asked how far from the new mall. I don't even know where the new mall is. It's hard to see up here at night, but again, we're on Park Boulevard almost to Lake Seminole, and this is what you're looking at. We are way west, almost to the beach, not quite, but in Florida near the Tampa Bay area. Again, there was a fire at this car dealership probably around 5:30 this morning, and they got a call, 5 of the bays on fire. When they got here, there was fire, and it did not come through the roof of the building. You can see a little bit of water damage up there, but they maintained it. We were able to keep it within the bays, but there's probably 5 to 6 bays damaged, and we could see cars in a couple of the bays. You can still see lots of fire trucks here, plenty unseen, and here's the traffic backup they're talking about. 2 emergency vehicles out on Park Boulevard, so they have the outside lane closed. However, you can see traffic is flowing through fairly fast. Just use caution going by these emergency vehicles. But again, Park Boulevard is open in both directions, only 1 lane closed. That will shut down fairly shortly. And again, we are over Park Boulevard. We're getting a really cool sunset. I can show you that in a little bit. Sunrise. I'm not used to being up this early. But again, we are over Seminole. Again, fire at a new car dealership. However, the car lot was not the one that caught fire. You can see this is Suncoast Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. But the car lot did not catch fire. It was back here in the repair bays. And I'll show you back here. It's a pretty long set of bays, but you can see there's probably 4 or 5 bays that caught fire. And so the fire crews were in there. There's a lot of damage. These ones in here are fairly damaged, and we do see a couple cars within the bays. So again, firefighters still on scene, making sure there are no hot spots, no flare-ups, because again, this is a fire that could quickly get out of hand if they did not respond so fast. Again, firefighters on scene, mopping up hot spots. You can see them over here, trucks still out. A couple of the guys coming out. We've seen a few people going in and out of the buildings. They're working on the hoses, but again, they are maintaining their positions. And again, in fires like this, they stay here for a while just to make sure there are no flare-ups. Because again, this could be a very dangerous fire. They were able to get here fast and put this fire out. Again, Suncoast Chrysler Dodge. We are over in Pinellas County off of Gandy Boulevard. Park Boulevard. That's not a new dealership, according to Lorraine. Yes, been there for a while. Oil rags in the trash. That's probably could have started it. Defective Jeep caught fire. That could start it. Just east of Park Boulevard in Seminole, the new mall is on Old Seminole Mall on Park Boulevard, so it is close. And so that's where we are, and we're up in the morning. And once we leave here, we're going to be heading up north on 75. Apparently a truck overturned and is blocking all traffic, I believe, southbound on 75 up by 52. We'll be heading up there after this. But again, this is a fairly visual scene. However, the good news is it's not really affecting traffic this morning. Only one lane closed on Park Boulevard. But again, here I'll show you inside the bays. You can see fire crews there. There's a couple cars in there. You can see they're still putting water on this fire. 10-4. Oh, Park Street, okay. Ten four. Good morning, Marco. I can tell you the fire is pretty much out. What fire crews are doing back in these bays, the repair bays, are looking for hot spots. We did see them a minute ago putting water on it. But again, this fire started probably about an hour and a half ago now, and you can see they do have the fire out, and fire crews are inside trying to figure out what's going on and, again, put out the hot spots. Traffic delays very minimal in this area. Only one lane of westbound Park Boulevard shut down due to emergency vehicles, but they should be wrapping that up soon, and they should be wrapping up this fire soon as well. Back to you, Marco. No problem. I think 52. Okay, Facebook, if you want, we're going to go fly.